Hey guys, it's me, Remy, from my couch to your couch, discussing the hot topics of the week. This is going to be a very short video. I'm going to cover two or three topics. The first one is about Fergie and the NBA All-Star game. Everyone's been cracking on her the last couple of days. I know Fergie's a pretty good singer. She won 8 Grammys. We know she can sing. We know she has the talent. She wanted to try something different. It just didn't work out for her. You know, every artist, they live and learn, and they learn quick. You know, it just doesn't work for me. This doesn't work for me. The same thing when people have mixed feelings about Justin Timberlake's new CD. You know, he tried something different. People also kind of forget that he was born in Nashville, Tennessee, so he had to have some country roots in him. Some part, even though he came out, pop when we first ever, saw him, in sync, and then after he left in sync, he continued on doing pop and R&B, but, eventually, I guess he had to go back to his, country roots, and he actually didn't do half bad, so some artists can, change it up, and it works in their favor. Fergie tried to do something different, it didn't work for her. But you know what? It got her back into the, spotlight because she hadn't made an album in a while. So at least she got her name going around. And when she does make a new album, we're gonna assume and hope that it's better than what she did at the NBA All-Star. But I give her props for trying something different. She apologized and said, "Hey, I was trying to do something different, guys. I tried my best. Give me a break or forgive me, And the fact that we know that she can sing, I'm pretty sure, it'll, fly over pretty soon. It is a little bit comical to have Roseanne Barr tweet that she believed that she sounded better when she sung the national anthem about 30 years ago at a baseball game. And Roseanne Barr, I like the Roseanne show. I think you're a good actor. I think that, you're funny. But a singer is not one of your talents. And the fact that you actually thought that you sound better than her was way more comical than Fergie trying to do something different with her voice. But, I'm still a big fan of hers. I've always liked her. I like Black Eyed Peas. I like her Soda album that she did after Black Eyed Peas. She still has 8 Grammys. She's talented. We know that she's talented. She wanted to try something different, and it didn't work out for her. So, this is T. It didn't work out for her. So, she lived and she learned. And if she ever get invited back again to ever sing the national anthem, she knows not to do that anymore. Moving on to the next topic. Black Chyna. What are we going to do with her? Hopefully this is a lesson for her not to record anything else, intimacy, anything, private with any of her boyfriends, husbands, whatever you want to call them ever again. I don't understand why people still do that. In the last 10 years, people have been hacking your cloud, breaking into your house, steal your sex tapes out your out your bedroom, everything, and people still want to make sex tapes, and then, look all stupid when they get, exposed on the internet. Maybe I should stop making them, nothing is really secret anymore. Nothing's really safe. I mean, people can hack into just about everything. Your phone, your cloud, your bank account, your Instagram account, your Snapchat account, your face, everything. It's so easy to hack into everything. Maybe I just shouldn't do it anymore. And then a part of me thinks maybe some people do it on purpose, so maybe they can put their name back out there and try to revive their career. And because think about it, some celebrities made a lot of money off of their sex tapes. Kardashian is one of them. Pamela Lee is one of them. For some of them, it kind of, it gets them, it gets some other deals. Kim did a sex tape, and 6 to 8 months later she had a reality show. So it works for some people, but I feel like there should be other ways to get your foot in the door than a sex tape that you didn't leak and you had no idea who stole it. But hopefully she'll learn, and maybe she won't make any more sex tapes. God forbid, another one leaks out when your kid is like 9 or 10 years old and everybody's talking about it at school. you know, I would never do that with my future husband. And if I finally had a hidden camera somewhere in our bedroom, and it does leak out years later, he's gonna regret it. He's really gonna regret it. He's gonna wish he never did that. There's an old country song, a lady in the streets, a freak in the sheets, which is fine. We just shouldn't be seeing it, and it's everywhere. Everyone's posting on their Instagram and the stories, Instagram stories, and everything, and it's just, Snapchat, and everyone's like posting it, and I'm just like, oh my god, it's like it was so mediocre, it wasn't even worth all the reposts that they kept doing it, but they just kept doing it, and I feel like I have to start blocking people and things like that. I didn't want to keep seeing it. It was so mediocre, and it was so just, it's Black Chyna. What did y'all expect? But whoever supposedly leaked it from some unknown Twitter account. I don't know if she was in on it or not, but she doesn't really seem fazed about it. I mean, she does got a lawyer. She filing charges, but who you gonna file charges against since you have no idea who originally leaked it? Because Cardi B friend said that she just reposted it. She didn't originally leak it. That she just posted. And then now she's on Instagram Live, saying if anyone wants to fight me, they can find me at at my hotel and things like that. And she was saying things like, I'm not really that important. I'm not famous. She is. I'm a nobody. But if anybody wants to fight me, they can. I'm like, I don't know. She's kind of talking the whole talking beef and trying to act like she's all hard and also pleading at the same time. But I don't know why she would repost it. And she said because she thought it was funny. And I'm just like, she's somebody's mother, and it's really not that funny. And you really didn't have to repost it. You're either an adult or you're not an adult. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't have to repost it, but she felt the need to repost it. And now, she felt the need to repost it. Now she's on Instagram, live, trying to, defend herself. I just thought it was kind of childish to repost it. I don't repost anything, even I'm really not your friend, or even I'm just your acquaintance. I don't repost things that make you look bad. If someone, email me or sent me a text of somebody doing, of some kind of embarrassing moment, I'm not going to be the one that's going to repost it or share it, I'm going to leave that pettiness to somebody else. Whether you thought it was funny or not, it reflects back on you as an adult when you decide you want to repost it. And to continue to repost it. Because people kept, reporting it. And she kept repeatedly reposting it. To try to prove a point, I guess. Like, you can't report my page, and if you do, I'm going to keep doing it. And she did it repeatedly. Her name is Star Brim. She did it repeatedly. She kept reposting it to prove a point. Which, doesn't reflect well on you as like, oh, well, you're acting like an adult here, like a mature adult. You're going to keep reposting it. As if no one ever seen a sex tape before. Or no one ever seen Black Chyna, naked before. Her ex-fiance took care of that almost a year ago when he posted all the pictures of her and got his account taken down. So we know what she looks like naked. We don't need you to keep reposting it. It was just very childish, and it didn't make her look good. And even defending yourself for reposting it multiple times still doesn't make you look good. But okay, fine. It'll probably blow up in a couple of days anyway. I almost forgot all about Black China until this. I actually forgot about her. So, she wasn't, in my thoughts or anything like that. I wasn't at home thinking, I wonder what Black China's doing right now. Like, I wasn't keeping up with her. So, I forgot about her. But, Cardi B friend put her right back in, the spotlight, and everyone pretty much gonna probably be talking about it in the next couple of days. Like they were talking about a year ago when Rob did what he did. And Rob got his account taken down, but Star Brim count is still up, which is kind of funny. You know, they took Rob's account down, but they didn't take her account down, which is interesting. But my last topic, I want to applaud Parkland students and many other students from other high schools are loading buses to go to the Capitol to fight for stricter gun laws, and I applaud them for being so brave after just experiencing that, and all standing together and uniting to make America a safer and better place, especially for kids, because like I said in my last video, it just have to stop. I hate turning on the news or waking up and having an alert on my phone about another high school shooting. Like, these are just kids. They haven't got a chance to even live their life yet. And they're being gunned down in school. In a place that should be the last place that any student should worry about getting shot at. Even a teacher. No one should have to go to school and worry about getting shot. Police officers worry about that because that's their job, and they go out every day, and they know they may be in a situation where a gun may be fired at them. But guess what? Teachers and students are not in a situation like that. They go to teach and they go to learn. You don't expect for bullets to be flying, past your face. Watching your friend being gunned down in front of you. This is not the environment. This is not the military. We're not overseas. School is not the place where you should be worrying if somebody's going to shoot you or not. And this is such a much bigger problem, schools don't know how to handle bullies, they basically just, uncontrollable spoiled little brats who go around bullying other kids, and the school quite don't know how to handle that. And people always blame the victim for not being strong enough, like, bullies been around since the beginning of time, and if you can't handle a bully, then you must be a little wimp. I've been out of high school for close to 17 years, and I promise you, my buddies, I hardly ever got bullied, but the buddies that were in my school when I was growing up, they have nothing on the buddies the way they behave now. This is a completely different generation. These are not the same buddies, back from the 90s, and even with our parents. Even the buddies that was in my parents' time and day in their school are probably not the same as the buddies that were in our, when we were growing up. We are evolving, for the good, for the bad, or whatever. People involve in generations and how kids do things, and you can't compare them to the kids of the 80s, and you can't compare the kids of the 80s to the kids of the 40s, and you can't compare the kids of the 40s to the kids of the 20s. You just can't do it. We are completely different in how we do things, and we need to take a different approach to it. We can't say, back in the kids used to get bullied all the time. It's always been that way. This is not 1950. This is not 1940. This is not 1980. I understand that buddies, they teach you that, some people are just crude and mean, and what doesn't break you make you stronger, and normally with most buddies, if you, show them that you're not willing to take it from them, that you're willing to, stand up against them, most of them leave you alone. But everybody doesn't know how to defend themselves, and everybody doesn't know how to stand up for themselves. And when we know this, then we need to take better action in protecting them. Because when people snap, they just snap, and then We can't go back and say, well, you know what? No one told them to be such a wimp. They should be able to handle all the bullies terrorizing them every day and 24/7. I'm not saying that Nick was being bullied because I don't know if he was being bullied or not. I don't know. But we do know in the past that most school shootings are normally a result of a kid who finally just snapped one day. Who finally said, I'm just not going to take it no more. And they just snapped. Nicholas did snap, but I don't know what caused him to snap. Or, we don't know. His therapist may know since he was being counseled at the time before that led up to the events. She may know what the things that were leading up to maybe that was going to make him snap. But, I don't know if Nicholas was a student that was bullied constantly in school. I don't know. No news has came out that he was being bullied. If he was, he was. If he wasn't, he wasn't. I don't know. But we do know that most school incidents that involve shooting, 9 times out of 10, the shooter was a victim of bullying, severe bullying, and they finally just snap. And whether we can judge them or not, say they should have been stronger or not, that's not our job to judge them. We should have protected them, and we should have protected them. A lot of the shooters who are bullies, and they don't get protected. They really don't. And then because they're not protected, we have dire consequences like school shootings. And then everybody, innocent people who probably have never bullied the kid, get shot and lose their life. And I'm not saying that he should only shoot the people that were bullying him. I'm not saying that either, but I'm also saying that when people snap, they just snap, and we need to find a better way to protect them. And also, gun laws, better bullying policies. There's a lot of things that we need to re-examine and look at, so we don't keep turning on the news every 30 days and get to hear about a school shooting and get to hear about, kids dying. No parent wants to hear that every 30 days about, children being shot out of school and, they're dying. I know I don't want to see that every 30 days. So I do applaud them for taking a stance. It's nice to see, younger kids, do something. To stand up for something that's important to them and not be afraid to speak out. And I do applaud them for that. And I'm just here waiting to see what else that they're going to do, and also what we can do to help them even more. You need us to sign petitions. What you need us to do, create a hashtag, whatever you need us to do. Hopefully America will stand behind them and help them, push forward and to make a stance. And for us to say, hey, we're tired of kids being shot. Because I know I'm tired of kids being shot. Hopefully everybody else is tired of kids being shot. Alright guys, I'm signing off, and hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all have a good night.